What up, everybody? Now tuned into my podcast, Difficult People Chronicles, Seriously Focused Johnny, SF Johnny. Today's episode is called The Message Out Here Sleeping. 1 Corinthians 6:18, flee from sexual immortality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexual immoral person sins against his own body. We need to keep our body pure from evil spirits, recklessness, whether it be drugs or just out there with random people. Got to keep our body pure. So, this message came to me part of last night, and all through the night, it was just like the same thing. And then this morning, I heard a thump in the house, and I woke up. Then a little bit after that, that's when I knew that whatever was coming to me was over. And it's not about me. It's not. So I didn't know that my Father's Day message would be tied to this one. This message came to me. Like the end of it came to me literally this morning. And when I looked at the clock, it was like 3:54. It's not for me because I'm single. And even though being single has its challenges, like when you need to things to be fixed around the annoyances, sometimes I have to remember to go to God and say, God, this is the situation I got going on. Can you tell me who's going to fix this or when or how? I need to go to God. But my peace is everything. My peace is very much everything. So, this message, there's two men, two separate situations, meaning that these two men don't know each other. One is single, one is married. What the similarities between the both of them is that they both at their low point and they're done. Like they're done. And low point is depression. I don't know if the depression is suicidal, but it's low. They low. One man is married to the wrong person, and then the other one is sleeping with a whole lot of other women. They both want the person that God has for them, but it ain't working out the way they had thought. In other words, they looking for love in all the wrong places. They feel that they could have found love through sex, meaning that they felt that they could find the right things within the opposite sex through sex. It ain't working. It's not. Now they're at the low point because even though one person is married, he feels alone. He feels so alone. He feel like this person that's in his life that he's married to is just not even there. They there, but they ain't there. And they may be there physically, but mentally they ain't there. They not all there. They off. Then the other person is sleeping with all these women, and none of them are satisfying mentally. And then the sex don't last too long, meaning that they get satisfied. Let's give it an example. They could be all that in the bedroom and everything going down and all this other stuff. But as soon as it's over, it's like, okay, what else? Because this person or these women are not mentally prepared to be whatever, like wife or girlfriend, whatever this person is looking for. It's not working out. If they looking for a wife, it's not working out. If they looking for a girlfriend, it's not working out. And this person is depressed at their lowest. I don't know if it's suicidal. I don't know, but they at their lowest. And when I got back from a cookout slash birthday party, I was so good. Watched a movie, did some things around the house. As soon as I got in my room and I laid my head on that pillow and I started to fall asleep, it was on. It was on. When I woke up and I was still laying in the bed and it was like 3:54, I heard a thump in the house. Some more information came to me and then that was it. So, I felt propelled to put this message out there because I said whoever this is, I feel like this person is listening to my message, my podcast, and I feel like I don't know you, whoever this is, or it could be someone that knows someone and they know this person is living a reckless lifestyle, whatever's going on. But I felt to put it out there because if this person is at their lowest now, feeling sad and depressed, what happens on a spiritual level, depression, you allow the evil spirits to take root in your life. Whoever's depressed, whoever's at their lowest. So I want to talk about what happens when I want to give you a rundown of what takes place when you are out here in this world sleeping around with a whole heap of women, or you're with the wrong person. Either or, both situations, these things apply. Number one, you get blindsided because you are literally in danger spiritually. Your recklessness puts you in danger. So anything can happen where, like I said, these evil spirits take root. The next one is they say energy attracts, and it does. I believe that wholeheartedly. So you take on the other person's spirits and energy. And if it's one person sleeping with a whole heap of women, say you got one woman with five spirits in her, plus yours, you taking that in. And if you marry, you got one person with 11 spirits about to go borderline ballistic. But we going to get more into that. So the next one is you waste time not receiving the right person God is sending your way. The next one is you will never get satisfied and it turns into a habit, a routine, or an addiction. The next one is God forbid you end up with an STD. The next one is you risk it all because of your situation. And the last one, you mess up your assignment. And like this pastor said that I was listening to the other day, he said no matter how hard you try to escape your assignment, you can't run from it. You will be running downhill in the gutter, but you're going to end up back at square one. So, let me go in depth about what I just said. Number one, you sleep not seeing danger because of your recklessness. So if you sleeping with someone that's demonic or have these evil spirits inside of them, they start doing some things. And if they want to keep you mentally locked up, that's what's going to happen because of your recklessness. The next one is you take on their spirits and their energy. So let's take the person that's sleeping with a lot of women because we're going to use that as a big example, as opposed to the one that's married and might be married to one person, and that one person might have a one big evil spirit inside of them and God knows. But we're going to take the one with the whole heap of women. So this person may go on a date with one person and say, oh, she's cute, take her home, sleep with her. This person at some point in time got attitude issues. You know, they flighty. One minute they happy, next minute they just bipolar. That's one, right? They got another one. She talk too much, meaning she a chatterbox. Sleep with her, you wake up in the morning, 8 o'clock, and as soon as you open your eyes, her mouth is going and it's nonstop. You can't even get a moment to think straight. She just talk too much. Another one. She don't know how to be positive. So everything coming out of her mouth is negative. And you don't know where this is coming from because when you met her, she was all sorts of positive. But right after that sex, she transformed. You got another one who is more masculine than feminine. So you get into one argument, she trying to body slam you across the room. Yep, I said what I said. Then you got another one who she looks like an angel with a halo over her head, but she be in them streets causing drama. And every time you get with her, it's one drama after the next. So now, what do you think it's doing to that person's spirit? One minute they off the deep end, they just talking negative. Next minute they just talking too much. Every time you try to walk away, they talking your head off, and you can't get a moment to yourself. Just pure silence. Like silence is beautiful. You can't even get that. The next minute they trying to start an argument with somebody. Their attitude is wishy washy. The person you once could trust, you feel like you can no longer trust them. It's like they double minded. And they was never like that before. Having mood swings, ready to step to people for foolishness, making the wrong decisions, thinking like a thought. This is all that those spirits that was in all them women that one man slept with combined. And now they're on the verge of self-destruct. And they're at their lowest, depression. And once they get at their lowest, the devil sneaks in and he sends in his minions and they just go on attack. They start feeding off of the energy. And the same thing happens with the man who's married. His bed is destroyed because he's sleeping with someone who is his literally his wife on paper. He went in front of a pastor. Oh, sorry, fly. Went in front of a pastor, and yeah, and now it's not working, and she out there sleeping with other people or doing things, or however he met her, she's not the same. It was just a cover up. The next one is you waste time on not receiving the right person God is sending your way. So what it looks like is, say these two men waiting for a train, and they just decide, let me jump on this first train because I don't know what time the next train is coming. I don't want to wait and X, Y, Z. And then they get with the women on the first train and find out they lunatics and everything else. And the next train is right behind. And as the train pulls off and they get on that first train to get with those women, that second train is right behind. Only thing is that the first train gets into an accident where all sorts of craziness go down. It ends up being a party train, and the conductor he partying and everything else like that. All sorts of craziness go down. No control over the train. You chose to ride that train. You can't get mad at nobody because you didn't wait for the second train. You chose. And you forfeit what God had for you. The next one is you will never be satisfied, and it turns into a habit, addiction, or routine. Meaning that for the married person, he feel like he's sleeping with a prostitute because the person he married to or he with or whatever happened is out there with other people, and he knows it. His spirit feels it. Then you got the other person sleeping with all these women. And what you think the right woman is going to look at him as sleeping with all them women. You see, God will fix it that because you didn't wait on him, whoever this person is, because you didn't wait on him, he will send the person that is for you to have another option and it not be you because you out there playing, sleeping with all these women, and you trying to turn a one night stand into a commitment. Yup. And how it turns into an addiction or a habit or a routine is because it's an ongoing process. You keep trying to look for love in all the wrong places. So it becomes like a routine. It's like, okay, tonight I'm gonna go to this club and see if I can meet this girl. Or tomorrow I'm gonna go down the street to this spot and see if I can meet this girl. Or I'm gonna go here and see if I can meet this one. And every place you go, you sleeping with a woman. The next one is, God forbid, you end up with an STD. And then it becomes a situation that whether God sends you someone or not, you can't get with them no way. You risk it all from your situation. God sends you blessings. And a lot of times when people waste their blessings, they want to blame it on God. You can't do that because God gave you free will. So whatever you decided to do with your blessing is your business, your problem. You caused it. And it looks like this: God can make you very successful and put you in what I say a winner's circle, where you have a circle full of God fearing people, pray to God, and all this other stuff. And then there could be one person that's not in sync in that circle, that's trying real hard to stay in that circle, even though they getting booted. Because these people saying that one person is not right, but that's the person you gravitate to. And you know that person is not right. And you get with that person. And it be that one person to put you in debt. Or you start losing sleep and your equilibrium's off. Or you get stressed. Or you just have drama on your doorstep. You can risk it all. Meaning your life. The last one is you can mess up on your assignment. So God is telling you, wait on me, and you busy doing your own thing, and then you mess up on your assignment. And then you hit rock bottom, back to square one, and you have no choice but to do your assignment because God is not playing with you. He ain't playing with you. He ain't trying to be there and watch you play your game. He will sit there and say, oh, okay, you're not going to do this assignment. Let's see what's going to happen without me. And you hit rock bottom, back to square one. I woke up this morning and I heard a thump. And in the house, that let me know that it was time to get up, and it was the end of, I would say, the vision, because I was awake. I wasn't asleep. This person, like I said, that's married, and then the other one that's messing with a whole heap of women. The one that's married, their other half is out there doing things. And it could be being married but living single, or married and just out there not right, gossiping and doing all sorts of other stuff. And then this single person is sleeping with a whole heap of other people. And all these other people, craziness is going on in their life. But they feel that with dating this single man that's dating all these people, they feel like their life could come together instead of them just turning around working on themselves. Whatever it is, they both at their lowest. And now they feel that there's nothing out there. The married man don't want what he got. The single man don't want none of them women he slept with. I call this lost syndrome. And the reason why I call it that is because this is when, like, a female sleeps with a man looking to be satisfied mentally and physically, and they think that they could get all of this in that man instead of going to God. So man becomes their idol. And when they sleep with this person and they wake up in the morning, they look over and they say, I slept with that. Or I don't know why I even went there with this whole situation. And they end up feeling disgusted, back to square one. And what is square one? Depressed and empty. So they tried to fill that void with sex, thinking that it was going to make them feel right. And then this is the part where they are lukewarm, and they have to decide whether they're going to go right with God or left to the world. And it's no different with men. So I say this to whoever this man is out there, or both men. You got to choose and stop being lukewarm. You are already seeing there's nothing fun in the world. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, I don't really have any good news for you. Because once you hit rock bottom depression, if you can't lift your spirit back up, yeah, you're going to be walking into danger. Worse than where you at now. This is what I said the other day to someone. I said, I want you to receive everything God has for you in life, to be blessed, to feel loved, to be happy. I said, understand this. The wrong person is never going to be right to the right person, or person trying to be right, meaning a person transforming into their light. So no matter how much you try to, and this is what I'm saying to whoever out there, no matter how much you try to hold on to the wrong person, that situation is never going to get right. And because you already married, I can't help you with your situation. You're going to have to really go to God. Really go to God. Because you done got with the wrong person. No matter how much for the person sleeping with all these women, no matter how many women you sleep with, you going to get a bag of dirt. Meaning that all these women that you are sleeping with, looking to be satisfied or looking for fulfillment, it's not going to work out. Even when you try to work on being right. I'm going to tell you the same thing they tell women. Close your legs. Close your legs. You got to work on being right. Two wrongs don't make a right. A right and a wrong don't make right. Only two rights coming together make right. And that's the equation. That's it for today. Check me out on YouTube, like, subscribe, click the notification, check out my store. For suggested topics, email me, sfj.peace@gmail.com. Love me more and I love you more. Have a blessed week. Later.